Joe, usually when Peyton and Derek have kind of like not so great shooting nights, you guys tend to struggle as a team, but they were your two best plus-minus guys tonight. What was it they were able to do outside of hitting shots that helped so much?
Yeah, I don't know that there's not a direct correlation to plus-minus and playing well, but I do think they played well. And I just think those are always two guys that they're not defined by shot making. So I thought Peyton did a good job in the first half of picking up the pace in that second unit, in that lineup of him, Ant, Baylor, maybe Jordan and Nemi or Luka, one of them. We kind of controlled the pace of the game offensively, and I thought Peyton was spearheaded that, and I thought D. White did that in the second half. So, it's not just the stats with them. They're always doing the intangibles, and they always give us a chance to win.
Joe, Sam with the starters is like a plus 20 this year as a lineup, per 100. And, you started the year with that group, got away from it after 2 games, now back to it, and it's doing really well for you. Like, what has allowed that group to work so well the second time around this year?
We really went to it for 2 games, so probably even a small sample size on that. And, to me, I just think they're playing well. So I think our defense has gotten better. I think our offensive execution has gotten better. I think, Sam's ability to just continue to play two-way basketball, his ability to defend at a high level, and then it obviously just allows us to spread the floor and play a little bit offensively. So we have to be able to go to a bunch of different lineups, but, that one's playing well so far.
His screening, his movement recently, it almost looks like it's become like a hub for you guys offensively. Like, what is he allowing you guys to do right now, the way he's playing?
Yeah, it's twofold, right? It's guys looking for him, which is important, and then it's him being able to create 2-on-1s. So there's different ways to be able to create 2-on-1s, pick and roll, off ball, dribble drive. So, he's obviously a threat because of his ability to shoot the ball to create 2-on-1s, whether it's with off ball, whether it's with pick and roll. And so I think it's a credit to our guys finding him within our system to create those, and he makes shots for himself and easier. And it's a credit to him for his ability to just kind of play without the ball, which gives us a chance.
Jack and Zach.
Joe, it feels like teams are starting to send a little bit more pressure in the pick and roll, like bringing the bigs up to the ball a little bit. What about your guys' personnel has allowed you guys to be so successful, like working out of those situations?
Yeah, I think success, there's times where we're not successful about it. We were at points tonight, but I thought in the third quarter we got some empty possessions versus that. It's a trend that's kind of around the league just to pick up pressure is to kind of have that, so it tests a lot. In the Portland game, a little bit we had 7 illegal screens, so we weren't great at it then. And so it's something it's a commitment that we have to make every day to do it, and it's a relationship between the ball handler and the screener. What type of screen am I setting? Am I getting out early? Am I sticking it? Am I coming in for a rescreen? Am I hitting the seam? Are we making reads? And so it's just being able to make reads, and a lot of it has to do with the relationship between the ball handler and the screener.
Why do you think that's become a trend lately?
It's just pressure. It just gives you the ability at the point of attack to be able to try to force turnovers, be able to, impact the ball handler. So I think it's just, we've seen it a bunch in the last 15 to 20 games or so.
Joe, on Sam again. Since the start of the month, he's shooting almost 50% from 3 at a pretty high volume. Just how valuable has that volume shot making been for you guys, especially in this stretch?
Yeah, again, it's not just the shot making; it's the ability to make 2-on-1s, and be able to get defenders to overreact and find where he is and not leave his body. And so the shooting is important, but so is the screening and the spacing, which helps him, but it also helps the team.
Joe, before the game, Rick Carlisle, unprompted, said that Derek White was playing at an all-star level and that he is like the 8th shot blocker in the league. He just kind of brought that up. And I'm curious, from your standpoint, everybody's been talking about his shooting inefficiency compared to kind of previous years of his career. Do you feel like there are still a lot of aspects to this game that just kind of go unseen or misunderstood by the general public?
Yeah, I think that's just the most obvious one to recognize, is you could just look at it and be like, he was such and such there. And but to your point, 100%. And to John's first question is like he's not defined by shooting efficiency. I think to me that's a bonus, and that's obviously something that makes us different. But at the end of the day, his pick and roll pass. The first play of the game, he's the one that finds Sam on a 2-on-1 read, and Sam gets an open shot because of his pick and roll read. His defensive versatility. His ability to sprint and get back tips, which, has helped us get back into games at times. And so I think it's hard to recognize all the other stuff, and it's just easy to notice the shooting inefficiencies because it's, right there.
Joe, they took more threes. I think they took more shot attempts.
It's pretty close. We got 2 more free throws. It's pretty close.
And then guys turn the ball over a little bit. What has established this team an identity to win when it's not playing its best?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think it's important to be able to do that, and I think that's where one, having a bunch of guys that can play at any time, to be able to go to different lineups and different things there, and two, just be able to win games, and I think that's to the point that we always talk about, tomorrow in film. We shouldn't know whether we won or lost because we can clean up a bunch of stuff, and there'll be 10, 15 possessions that we know we can get better at. And I think when you can say, hey, these are the things that we have to get better at, here are the things that we will, it gives you chances to kind of win games in different ways. And so I think it's a credit to the guys on their mentality, being able to impact the game in different ways. Like tonight, Nimi had 5 blocks. So he did a great job protecting the rim for us. I think his growth defensively is helping us get better. So we just have to keep it in that, Tomorrow in film, we shouldn't know what the result was. We should get better at those possessions.
And when you win by 15 but only shoot 31 threes and score 115, is that something you're pleased with? Like you can score in other ways? You got to the free throw line 20?
I'm pleased with that. Back-to-back games, 25 and 30 free throw attempts. Well, to your question before the game, talking about the physicality, one of the ways you have to combat that is getting to the free throw line. And so I think in back-to-back games, being able to do that, just gives us a shot in a different way, like you're saying.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.